Alright, this is the first episode of the ThotKast with me and Joey. What do you have to say about this, about the situation that we're in and shit?
I have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen.
I have no idea
really
either.
don't.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you though, bruh.
Okay.
How are we gonna transition to what the fuck we were talking about before the intro? Into what the fuck we're doing now?
I don't know, like, I feel like that
Homeboy, I said if you don't bust the nut on your 12, you're freaky. Like that, like, I asked you if you bust.
I haven't, no.
Exactly.
Good
That, like, how do you
question, no.
transition into that? There's no.
I mean, in a way, that was like a good warm up to get this thing going.
Nah, that's true.
But
yeah.
like,
That's
I mean,
true.
because I also feel just like we talked about that. You gotta think whoever the crowd is, the audience is. It's like, whoa, they're like, whoa, what the fuck am I watching? Or
No, exactly.
what the fuck
They
is
were
that
like, oh, so
music?
this is what the ThotKast
Oh,
is.
okay, yeah. And some may just immediately be like, nope, not doing it.
But we don't want them if they're like that.
Yeah, true.
We want only people who understand type shit, or just quite frankly that are just amazed at what the fuck they're seeing because we just say literally anything.
That's true. That is true. Like at the same time, we're not getting. I mean, I honestly blanked right now. I don't even know what I was gonna say. It's in the graveyard now. I'm not even gonna bother. I can't justify it. I really can't.
It's like probably the thing for our podcast is probably gonna be like we're the most professional unprofessional. We're the most amateur professionals.
You know, I kind of like that first one you said.
Most unprofessional professionals?
Well, yeah, we're professional at being unprofessional.
Yeah,
We're unprofessional at being professional. Vice versa. Flip it anyway. Say it anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
okay. That actually it makes sense. Damn, Benji, you got like that mad like little like sense.
That's
like
his top
samurai.
knot.
Yeah, it's that top knot going. All right, we're talking to our producer Benji. He's just like serving as a
Benji behind
distraction.
the camera.
He's taking advantage of both of us actually right now. Like he's got us at gunpoint.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty scared. I didn't even agree to do this until he pulled up with
Honestly,
the
yeah.
phone.
Like if you could see, if the cameras could show, these chairs are actually nailed to the ground, and like our
I
ankles are
can't
strapped.
move.
Yeah, like I can move my hands, but I know if I motion for my phone, oh yeah, see, he's giving me the.
Oh, no. So on the next episode, I might have a new a co-host.
It was a fun run, guys. Thanks.
It was a good 15 minutes.
I sincerely appreciated my 15 minutes of fame.
It was literally 15 minutes and then you immediately died right after.
Boom. Fucking.
Do you think you could survive in North Korea?
Am I born and raised there, or did I like
No,
sneak my way in?
Why would you sneak your way in? Nah, if you were
Why
born
wouldn't
and
I?
raised there, you think you would be different? You think you would go against the mold and like?
I mean, it honestly just depends, because I also, like, if we're talking about, if I have, like, the same parents and shit, we're just, obviously, North Korean, then
Yeah.
okay. Ooh, I might get in trouble just for saying that. But, anyway, damn, busting out the chips.
Oh, let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Over there.
Damn, that's crazy.
Steven brought in the
Y'all
chips.
recording right now,
He's
chill.
teasing us right now.
Chill.
But anyway, I mean, if I had the same, I mean, maybe if I had the same parents and like same upbringing, just in a different
That shit
culture
better
and
not come out
everything,
on the audio, okay?
maybe I'm not ruling it out, but I'm positive I'd be a whole different person.
See, for
Right
me,
now.
I feel like I could take over North Korea.
Really?
I feel like I would be a dictator. Not a mean one, but I mean that word just in itself. Is
I mean,
already,
I'm
like, evil
pretty
as
sure.
fuck.
I'm pretty sure all of these dictators will say I'm not mean.
Nah, I wouldn't
I'm
kick a
fair.
dog though. I wouldn't
Man.
kick a dog though.
Oh God, no! Why would you?
Nah, exactly. I'm
Yeah,
not a monster.
Yeah, I'm not that evil.
I'm not that evil. Come on. Bring that bitch over here. Fuck you talking about? Put that shit right in the middle. Okay?
Keep it healthy and all that. So, like
You want to
now.
have fruit next to your fucking bad foods?
Well, I'm trying to use those as substitutes. You know, it's kind of like, because like I enjoy shit like this, like chips, candy, and all that stuff. But also to where I want to get physically,
Yeah.
I know I have to like kind of cut a lot of that out. That's how much I eat, and obviously if you're smoking, that doesn't really help.
Oh
Like,
hell no, bro. Those
you know,
munchies will.
yeah,
always
but at the
get
same
me,
time,
bro.
I do love fruit, so I
Uh-huh.
try to mix it in or something like that. You know.
They got me screaming.
Yeah, got
Look
you.
at that,
Yeah,
that's
I
a-
mean,
that's a-
yeah, creaming in a way too. If you got some yogurt on you, fuck yeah, dude. Go creaming in that bitch. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Jay, do you believe in love?
I do actually, yes.
But okay, let me ask you this: do you believe in love? Because I'm jaded to the idea.
Okay,
right now,
so I'm gonna ask you before you ask me anything. How are you defining love?
defining love.
How would you define that?
When just the like thought of being around someone or like something like that brings you like happiness and shit. Like
Okay.
you could use it as a form of like oh, and like shit might be going bad, but
Right.
I have this going on. Like that the person you think of, like that feeling right there. I feel like that's love.
Okay. I think I understand.
You
where
feel-
you're coming from.
you
Yeah,
feel what I
okay.
mean?
Slowly it'll kind of piece away.
So what do you think is love?
Shit. Honestly, I mean, probably someone that kind of like similar. I'm gonna build off what you said. Just the good days and the actual like bad days when you're like your worst self, you're like your shittiest, you're at like your legit lowest.
Mm-hmm.
If, sticking through that because I'm not. I mean, I'm still young. I'm learning, but like
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad when I get like really like mad or like sad or something like that. So
Really?
I look at it as okay, if you can put up with me like when I'm at my worst, then yeah, like that's love. Then you really do love me because
Because like because you wouldn't put up with yourself. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, just because I don't like the way I get a lot of times. I really don't, and it's like because then you also ask yourself, how can I be my best to someone else when I can't be the best to me? If I don't love myself,
Yeah. How can I love someone
exactly?
else?
How can I give that full effort and energy to someone else? Like I can't. Like at times, like I don't think I could reciprocate that. Just.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But everybody loves in their own way, so it really just depends. Like I'm not a specialist or anything. I'm not no doctor. I'm not Cupid.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their own take. Some will say that sounds ridiculous. That's dumb. Well, okay, whatever.
Keep in mind on the ThotKast, we're amateurs.
Yeah, like honestly, I really don't. I mean, what I say is just what I think. Honestly, it's my honest to God 2 cents. If it's offensive, my bad. I'll clarify. But like even then, you just got to be cautious of what you say now. Like,
Yeah,
it's just literally being honest.
Mm-hmm.
The smallest thing, be like even shit we've already said, people could easily misinterpret it. And
What like what? you can say it.
well, honestly, fuck, I don't know.
Should we put our pronouns? Or should we say should we preface that?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Alright, 'cause
Well,
mine are different.
Huh?
Mine are different. My pronouns are different.
Okay.
It's he, they.
Okay. Yeah.
It's he, they.
Yeah.
Those are my pronouns.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think like he's gonna say her. I was like, nah.
Oh no! I wasn't thinking that. No. I was honestly, I got confused honestly for a second. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I could just go with it.
Handle it. Just handle it.
Just handle it. Just handle it.
So what are your pronouns, Joey?
He, him.
Okay.
When I look at stuff like that, like it doesn't matter what I think. If I'm just a normal like average Joe and here yeah, exactly, here in the United States, like I'm not. Let's be honest, like us, we're not important at all to anyone that has money.
Definitely not.
I don't really
Definitely.
like in general. Like if my voice, quote unquote, really in a way doesn't matter, but you're gonna say it does. It really doesn't matter what I say. You just want me to, like in a way, you just want me to go and vote, just so I can feed your pocket. Everyone really here is just a cog in the machine. We're all cogs in this fucking machine. That's all it is.
That's true.
Really, what it is.
Nah, that's a fair point. But if I'm gonna be a cog in the machine, I'm gonna be a fucking flashy ass cog.
Oh yeah.
You feel like you just because like we were born
just look
into
at what you're wearing. I mean, yeah.
Nah,
this is the
yeah. This is regular shit. I just put this on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I just feel like just because like I feel like people give up on a lot of shit just because they feel like we were born into this system that's already fucked from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Okay.
they feel like since we were already born into this, what's the point of even like trying to make a difference?
Right.
And I was like, I just don't really go with that school of thought because I'm saying like that's like you gave up on your life. Like you gave up on what you really felt like real strong about. Like you just gave up and you're telling everybody else that like what's the point even if we're just living on this like system like that. I'm like just like I just can't stand people who don't like believe in themselves.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, 'cause, like, so do you feel personally? Do you feel like since you've been born, do you feel like you have a purpose?
My own personal purpose, yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
I don't know about
purpose.
any greater purpose.
No, just
type shit.
anyone in general. Like you feel like. In a
I
way,
feel like a lot of people. I feel like they are, but somewhere along the way, something in life that it's not their fault happened.
No, yeah.
Makes them lose that, and they're just like, oh, I don't even want.
But like I'm asking you, though, not what others like. But
do
you,
I think
you yourself have one? That's why. Like, do you feel like I was born here, kind of like for a reason, or quote unquote?
Actually, no. Actually, like that, no. I don't. I feel because I feel like the universe and like creation and all that is truly random.
Okay.
Like it was born from like chaos and like.
Okay,
shit like
so in that case, since we're on the universe, then do you feel outside of like our universe, there's like alternate universes, there's other lives,
like
there's
multiverses? And
yeah,
all
like
that?
there's other uses like in these other universes.
I mean, if we're speaking mathematically, the probability is like 100% because like the universe is ever expanding. So like to say that we're the only universe that's ever expanding, like I feel like what if the Big Bang was two universes like it in some incomprehensible like space apart hit together because they were ever expanding and they made another one.
Okay, which being like us, maybe.
Yeah.
Like we're an extension of two other ones.
Like it's like cosmic pinball.
Okay.
Like you're just moving in an empty space. You like that?
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, write that down.
Fuck with that.
Yeah, write that down. Steven, write that down.
Our producers are just eating chips right
Yeah.
now. Fantastic. Not fantastic.
Well, I mean, okay,
Want more?
Nah.
we're good right now.
That's what I thought.
Well, like, I mean, well, I'm not an expert, but I mean, it has been said that there is life outside of our universe.
No,
Like,
definitely.
do you think 100% the whole, like, obviously with all the UFO sightings and shit, do you believe, like, aliens have visited Earth first, like, legitimately? Like, Area 51, like, would you think they got something locked up in there or no?
I think humans are vastly overestimating how important we are.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, do you like? Cause they feel like when they speak about like we have an alien trapped.
Yeah.
Like, cause they're speaking from the point like, oh, us as humans, we're the alpha species. Like,
Okay.
I don't really think like that. So I don't feel like if an alien were to come here on some interplanetary shit, it would already be like more evolved than us because
Right.
it literally figured out how to travel in between
Oh, yeah.
planets.
No,
like,
their technology
like
would
easily,
be,
like
in a way.
like we could literally be enslaved to them right now.
Okay, so
And
do you
like
think,
the vast
obviously-
majority, I feel like they wouldn't be evil though. I feel like that's a very human thing to be evil.
Well, in a way though too. Okay, I mean Hollywood obviously exaggerates, but like in all these alien movies that invade Earth and all those, like
Yeah.
basically like Independence Day and shit, how
Yeah.
they're more technologically advanced than us. You would buy that's a truthful factor. If you can
Honestly,
interdimensional,
if,
like,
if they're
they can
if
travel.
they're capable of coming
If they
to
have the
us,
tech-
then
yeah.
that proves it in and of itself
Okay.
because we're not even capable of going anywhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So
we can
it's like
barely
that.
make it to. It's gonna take what, like a year or so just to get to Mars or longer.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I mean, and you're
Like-
trying to like, especially if you want to start civilization on there.
Yeah, it's gonna.
You
It's
know, like,
it really does
we're
prove
not
itself,
that-
and it's right there.
yeah,
if an alien
really.
comes, they're already like smarter than us.
Okay, so do you think though it's possible that they have come, but they've chosen to not come back, or
I could see,
invade us?
I could see that being 100% like fact. I could see it being
I
that, but that's not me saying it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But
we're not.
but, like
we're not
I'm saying, like,
professionals.
I feel like they would. I don't know because like, what's their metric of seeing how much a human is evil? Like, if they're worth even like getting to know. And shit.
I mean, they're technologically more advanced than
You
us.
think
I mean,
they'd be able to?
biologically,
You think
though,
they figured out the emotion like
well, 'cause see,
spectrum and
that's,
shit?
well, that's the thing. Biologically, who knows how they're created?
Mhm.
So you know, who knows what their DNA is like? Do they even? Is their blood even? red
Yeah,
like
because
ours?
I'm speaking
Is
from the
it
point of
fucking,
view of
like-
a human and
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
So like,
I mean,
there really is no
now,
like connection.
if you're talking about some like now, if you're looking at some high grade shit where like they could like use their like technology to like mimic like the skin of like a human and understand that kind of shit and like see, or if it's literally like how it is
Are we focused,
in,
Benjamin?
in movies and comic books, like how it's fucking they have the technology in their eyes and like they're like censoring using heat sensors and
Yeah.
shit to look at you.
I feel like that's a very
Yeah.
human way of seeing it though.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
they could have already been like born with
No,
all
yeah,
those abilities
exactly,
and
yeah,
they didn't need
so-
technology to do it.
Mhm.
Like so I really it's not that I don't like speaking on it, it's because that I know for a fact like everything I say is from the point of view of a human being.
No,
like,
yeah, exactly. Okay.
So I can't properly go like, oh yeah, they're probably like this. Like I could give you what my imagination sees, because my imagination is unbiased. Like
Right.
it's anything. But if I'm speaking to you like logically, I'll be like, it just wouldn't make sense for me to like personally experience.
Okay.
I can tell you right now that I think aliens are probably gonna be like on some crazy shit, like on some cool shit. But that's just me like I'm wanting to write like a story out in my notebook type
Right.
shit. Like that's.
So do you think if they visit, though, they disguise themselves as humans, or they're just in their true form, whatever that is?
Like, who's to say we're even capable of seeing their true form? What if it's an ultraviolet and like
Shit.
we can't see that at all as humans?
Yeah.
So but if I'm speaking to you from the creative side, I feel like they would come and sneak as humans just to like really see how we treat each other, and I feel like they would do it as different types of humans too,
Like on
a
some
black,
Winter Soldier
like a
shit.
black human, a fucking Asian human, and
Yeah.
like they would do that.
Culture.
I feel like that's what they would do to properly see how each, and like once they're done with like their whole entire like the
Fully
decision,
understanding,
yeah,
yeah.
they go like, oh, these people are terrible, and they leave.
So basically, that was their experiment. They ran the scientific method on all us as
Yeah.
humans and realized, fuck these dudes, we're
And
out
they
of
le-
here.
and they left,
We
yeah.
want nothing. I personally think maybe they showed up at the time of Pangea, and then
Mhm.
they saw the dinosaurs and were like, nah, we don't want these creatures, and left. And then maybe they were the ones who, maybe the meteor was actually a rocket that they shot, and like that big, ice age and shit.
But then that would mean like asteroids and all that are
I
just
don't
like.
believe that actually. I don't.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
know.
possible.
No,
Hey, it's
like,
possible.
It's possible. I literally can't say it's not
yeah,
possible.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm high as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, real shit. Like, you think you'll live past 27?
No.
No?
It's crazy that you said this because me and Caesar, we both have this like reoccurring dream that we die at 27.
Okay.
So I'm like, and we had this conversation last time. I talked to him. I was like, yeah. I told him, I was like, he told me he was dead behind the wheel or some shit, and I was like, I remember.
Dead behind the wheel.
Like he was driving and I guess he crashed and shit.
Okay.
Hey, producer! Shut the fuck up, yeah?
Follow the Instagram for bro.
Thank you.
Alright, guy. Nah, but I was behind the McCleasy, right? I like my dream is that I'm behind the wheel of my McLaren because I'm gonna get a McLaren 720S, white with red interior.
Alright.
And I was behind a fuck. I saw a white.
Why red interior?
Red interior because it's red goods. You know.
I thought you looked at me because it was that one time that I said to the group chat, Office Caesar crashed.
Oh my god, wait. Nah, this I was high as fuck. Oscar barely came back from Mexico. We were in the Discord, we were all fucking fucked up.
Bro.
And this motherfucker goes to tell the group chat, hey, Caesar fucking died in a car crash. And then immediately after sends a picture of a fucking car crash. And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Mad trip.
No, I was like, what the fuck? And then I zoom in. I was like, oh, bruh, it's a picture of El Bombo and I'll throw his little shit on the screen right now and shit. And then it was a picture of this motherfucker right there. And I'm like, bruh. And then Oscar was like, hey, bro, I just got back. Don't play like that.
For real, man.
Like that was crazy.
you.
I was out here high as fuck. I'm like, oh, Caesar's go.
It's because that day we were on lunch and shit at work. And he was talking to us about how some fool bumped into him on the forklift.
Okay.
And then he just left back to work. And then Jose told me, you're not down to tell him. I was like, I'm about to tell him.
This fucking bitch, right? That's a fucked up. You fucked us up in the head right there. That Joser's been a settler though, bro. Like
Me and Jose were hella dying in the lunchroom.
Yeah.
This was how we believed in it.
Bro, fuck you. That shit not funny, bro. That shit not funny. I thought my fucking boy died. I was like, oh no, Caesar. No.
All of it.
I know. I was high as fuck. I was like, that shit just sobered me up. I'm like, oh my god, he's dead.
You know what though? There was a time. This was like just recent, but there was a time, like a stretch, where in Riverdale, people were either getting pregnant, having babies, or they were dying.
Yeah.
Like people our age, like are like 21 or so, were dying. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Nah,
Like I remember me and Eric were having to talk about it when we lived in Fresno, and I was just like, dude, the fucking trend. People are either having kids or dying. Like there's no. Even me and Steven were talking about it once. Like when I go get my haircuts, I'm like, what the fuck's going on, dude? Like I was scared for a second because I'm like, bro,
Nah, that's
like
true.
you don't know what's gonna happen, and like.
You really don't, bro. That's
No,
life, though. That's life. Like at any moment, boom, you're GG's.
That was honestly one of the first moments too, where like genuinely I was actually scared because of what was going on. You know, I mean, I'd been moved out at the time. I probably moved out of Riverdale 2 years, but like even then, like on my own this time, not with my mom, or this was just me and like one of my friends, one of my like closest friends. That was it, and so providing for myself, like learning how to live and all that shit basically by myself. So this was my hometown. I mean, let's be honest, Riverdale. I'm not shitting on it, but by any means, it's not much, but it's home.
Pussy clap, really.
Yeah, but like it's home though. For me, it's home. Born and raised here. So hearing about all these like kids basically still that were dying and
It's
shit.
because it hits so close to home.
Yeah,
That's
and
why.
but
That's why
also,
it shook you.
Because some of those kids though too are kids that like I would ride the bus with to school and shit, and see them get off, and you're just like, and you would think like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Like you would never have thought. Like it's sad. Like obviously like rest in peace to all of the ones that have passed, but like still just. There was a time where I was genuinely scared. Like I was just like, dude, I just don't know. Like I was legitimately scared for the first time.
No, I get that,
Just of
man.
like life in general.
Was that like your first like true scare of death?
Yeah,
Like,
honestly,
you're like,
yeah.
Because I feel like damn, it
Other
took
than
you.
that, like,
How old are you?
I'm just turned 24. So
It
at
took
this time
it
I
took you
was
to 23.
Well, at this time I was like what? Yeah, 23, like 22, 23. Yeah.
It took you that long to like first experience that shit. Like
Yeah.
that's a blessing though. Like low key. Like
No,
I
I
experienced
never-
that shit like as a kid.
Yeah,
So I'm
like
like,
see,
oh,
I've never,
fuck,
yeah,
you know?
that's like I've never at any point, like there's times where I was going through it, but I never like at any point contemplated suicide or
Yeah.
thought of it. I never said, this world is better off without me. I never truly believed that. Like if I said it, it was maybe a moment where I acted on emotion, and then once you sit on it and you think, you're like, okay, I was a little too much, but for the most part, I've never believed anything that negative. Like there's been times where I felt in a way like I felt worthless, like I felt like I can't do anything right now, like numb, but I never at any point thought of ending it. Never thought about buying a gun or just taking a handful of pills. Never.
You're strong. You're strong.
I don't.
Seek help if you feel
Well,
that way,
yeah,
please.
obviously, yeah.
Seek help, please. No.
This episode of the ThotKast is brought to you by Freedom Juice. Fuck with it, bitch.
When you start doing like Like when you start thinking, well, like, oh, I gotta get the shower out right now. I gotta make sure
so
it's good.
The thing is, though, because you said that, at least what I've noticed now is a lot of artists, they're like, at least a lot of bigger name ones too, they're not dropping as many as they used to. Like now you're seeing the gaps, like the bridges between their albums are a lot bigger now. I mean, Kendrick finally released his.
Motherfucker! No.
But like, you know, how long has it been?
It's been like
five
seven.
years?
I thought it was like 7 or 8.
5, because Damn came out in 2017.
Oh, okay.
So, but still though, like, you know, so many, like, they're not just, you know, it's not before where like in a year, like back then where like a lot of them would drop 2 albums in 1 year. You know, or at least like maybe like a mixtape and an album or something like that. Now it's just like maybe they drop a project, they drop an EP or something like, all right, well this is all you're getting, and then next year you'll get something else.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, what are we getting the album next year? No, you're getting a mixtape. Okay, well what about that? Then you'll get my album. So there's like, it's like then by that it'd be like the 4 or 5 year mark since our last one.
Yeah.
So that's just what I've kind of come to notice too. But hey, if it's all, I'm all for the creative process though too, and then. COVID actually helped too. I could see how a lot of artists, like I'm sure all these big artists now during COVID and lockdown, a lot of them got albums worth of shit locked up and recorded. And it's just a matter of what is it gonna stay in the vault? Is it gonna come out? Who knows?
Especially now, I feel like now in the music industry, especially leaks are so like prevalent and shit.
Oh yeah, no. Jack Harlow's song just got big just off the one snippet he
and
posted.
And the song is ass. The song is ass. Sorry.
A good sample.
It's a good sample. Your producer went crazy, but that song is kind of. I just don't like to see that man winning. Honestly, I think I'm Jack Harlow's biggest hater.
Oh, you're fucked.
Nah. Hey, Jack, fuck you. Yeah,
Shit.
Said that. Stop stealing my black queens. Yeah, fuck you. Nah, that's it. Nah. And if he comes back at me on that shit, he's racist. Try it, bitch. Nah, try it, bitch. Nah. No, in serio. Nah, but real shit, fuck Jay Harlow though. Fuck him. me and him got beef. I don't get along with him. Joey says fuck Drewski.
I never said that.
He said it because he
did not say that. Nope. Didn't say that. But
I was like, I'm trying to take Joey down with me.
Yeah,
we're gonna fight the twins. No, we're gonna fight.
So I have to go to hell with you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I already live there, but like, why do I?
Why don't we just handle it?
I like to mind my business.
Nah, not with me. You're gonna be the business.
Oh yeah, I feel used. I feel like a prostitute.
That's how she made me feel. That's how she made me.
Damn.
Stop. That's cat.
Yeah.
Hi, Joey. And I just start crying and shit. Nah, that's crazy as fuck. Where the fuck were we, bruh? I completely lost like what road we were on.
Spaced out like
I don't know what the fuck. I don't even remember the last thing I said. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't remember either.
That.
What's your next tattoo?
Yeah, hey,
my next tattoo.
Thank
Thank you, live studio audience.
Hey, but for
He
real.
fell asleep again.
For real though, how many do you have though first?
I have 3.
Okay, so that's 1. There's 2. Oh yeah, those right there.
Okay, cool.
Right.
I have 3.
Nice.
But they both have themes. Like I like people can get tattoos that don't mean anything.
No,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool. Like
Yeah.
I fuck with that. I
Yeah.
want to do that shit with my legs.
Same.
But for my arms, I want them to mean something to me. The right one is just things that mean the most to me, and my left arm is life and death. You know what I mean? So the next thing I want to get is a snake wrapped around this with its head like ending up on the top of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
But I want it to half of the snake to be like the skeletal anatomy of it,
Okay.
and the other half to be like the live snake.
Got it.
It's like cause I remember this one shorty told me this shit. She goes like, cause getting a snake tattoo is like you're shedding your old past.
Yeah.
And like that's shedding like life, shedding death type shit like that. And like that's the reason I would want to get it like that. Like that's what I want to get next.
Not bad. That's cool. I only have 1 right now. It's right on my forearm.
You only have 1?
Well, I'm getting another one. I actually got it booked in a couple weeks. But I got just this one. It's my niece April. It's my nephew Aiden. The blue. So the roses represent my sister. The purple and blue is actually her favorite color. So I went ahead and did that. It was just gonna be 1, but my artist actually said, you know what? I threw another one on there. I was like, yeah, that's fine. It didn't change the difference in price.
How much did you pay?
So I only paid in total. So my tattoo artist charged me by session. So the first one to outline it was only 200, and then it was even 100 for the shading.
Mm-hmm.
So, but obviously with tip and all, but like the price itself was 300, but I paid probably like 400, like 450, just from like tipping and good job. Because like a tattoo artist, honestly, like I believe like you put one on, it should have a meaning for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you want to put some fun ones on there that are just cool for you or meaningful to you, awesome, do it. I'm all for it too.
Yeah.
But
corniest Sly Cooper's cane on my leg.
Yeah, like I want to get fucking Goku tatted on me.
Exactly.
I want to put Goku on one thigh, and then on the other thigh I want to put Levi from Attack on Titan.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm just like, dude, there's another one I want to knock out first that I actually want to put on my chest, right here. Do a little piece dedicated to my grandma.
Oh, okay.
So that's
I like
the plan.
that. I like that.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'd like to start it this summer, but
My brother has something.
if it sometimes, you know, 'cause tattoos are expensive. So
Yeah.
if the financials aren't there, all right, then you just find a better time.
That's true.
Yeah, but no, the next one I'm getting is actually gonna go right here.
What is it?
It's a little. It's just this. It's like this one my mom and sister found because they want to get it together. And they asked me if I want to get it too, so I said why not? Something for the three of us to have.
Yeah.
So it's like a heart and then like the beating, you know, too, like you know when
the
you hook up to the machine.
BPMs,
Yeah, the
yeah.
BPM. So it's that with the heart and then it says like family like spelled out.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, actually I have a picture.
So you're getting that as a matching tattoo?
Yeah, all me we're in 2 weeks. I think it's May 14th. If I remember correctly.
I like that.
Yes, it's not okay. It's not gonna go on my foot, but that's what I'm gonna put.
Oh,
right
okay,
here.
yeah, definitely.
so
I
it's
see
gonna go right
it. Oh, that's dope. I like that.
here. Yeah. So figured why not.
That's facts.
Yeah, but I don't think I couldn't do a sleeve. I kind of like them. Me personally, I like tattoos when they're up more on in this area. And actually, I really like torso tattoos.
For me, it's more like I like
But
being
they're
able to
the
see
most
my
pain-
tattoos.
No, yes, but like also too, it's funny. The areas I want tattoos are like the most painful, which is like the funniest that I find.
Usually the most hidden places are the most painful, except your face. Your face
Oh, yeah.
like fucking hurts.
No, yeah, but I've heard like up here, like on this definitely hurts. Like
especially right here, sternum.
No, yeah,
Like
yeah.
your shit will like you'll
Yeah,
feel that.
that's
shit.
why I'm gonna try to. That's why I'm gonna keep the tattoo just on the pec. I don't want
Yeah.
it to go anywhere near like my sternum. To like keep it, like just keep it on the titty. Just keep it on the cheek.
Because I only paid $312 for this one.
Okay. Was this one session or two?
Two.
Okay.
One outline and then like
And
a month
shading.
later it was like the shading and everything. This one was $100. This little one was $100.
But that was
it was my first one.
Was that one session though?
Yeah, it's literally four numbers. Like that shit was $100.
A lot of times though, that just depends on the shop you go to.
No, that's bad. And
Yeah.
it was my first tattoo. I didn't have any of my other
Yeah,
tattoos, so
and
I looked like a fucking
Artists though too, like some artists do charge by hour instead of
Yeah.
by session. So if you went to one that charged by hour, it was like $50 an hour, and you were there for 2 hours. Like, oh okay.
No, I got finessed. And then this one was $400.
But it was your first one, so
Yeah.
now
This-
you know better.
I did this one all in one session with Steven and shit. We went to go get joint tattoos that day.
Oh, was that the time you guys went to like Bakersfield or
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah.
Okay. I
And that
remember
was
something
when we
on
went.
Snap.
I want to do it again.
No, because I was like,
And
damn.
fucking Steven would handle. That fucking bastard.
Pretended to be asleep.
That fucking dick. Not that fucking dick. He needs to hit
Saving
him.
up for it, bro. I got like 1 more month of saving up and we'll go.
Motherfucker, I'm waiting. Nah, I wanna get my fucking snake, bruh.
Mine's more
Oh.
expensive. It's my whole forearm.
Not all of us have money, man.
I've done that before. Fuck you. You're not special. Not the fuck. I've done that
It's
before. Fuck you.
expensive, bitch. I have to save up more now.
Yeah, some of us.
Pussies.
Yeah,
Not
yeah
the
we're
fuck.
not
You're not
hashtag
nepotism
blessed.
babies.
We're not.
No.
We're just blessed. We're not hashtag blessed.
Shut the fuck up. Hashtag swag. Hashtag swag.
Ill.
Another one.
Ill. So 2012.
I wasn't born in
2011,
2012. I was
shit.
born in
I
2013.
was born in '87.
Shut the fuck up. I was like,
This movie's about climate change.
this movie's about climate change. This movie's about get the fuck out. What is your favorite movie you seen last year?
Last year,
Yeah,
2021,
yeah.
Spider-Man. No hell.
I have bad memories with those Marvel movies at that time.
That one was like that one was
Sad.
real good. That one was real good. Actually, I shed a tear. I cried. That was a good movie.
You're a fucking puss.
I don't
Like,
care.
what the
I don't
fuck?
give a fuck.
Fire ass movie.
I don't give a fuck. That was a good
Hey,
movie.
he's
man.
right for that one.
Yeah, dude. It was.
I didn't really enjoy. I like the movie. It's a good
Yeah.
movie, but it's a good Marvel movie.
No, yes,
Like, 'cause
but
it's
like,
not- it's
no,
not-
but for the most part though,
It's
like,
for the nostalgia purposes.
yeah, exactly. But what if, and I guess, well, okay, but also too, like, with like our age group gap, we've basically seen all 3 Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
Toby being our first one, then Andrew, and then Tom Holland. So
Yeah.
like, but I look at Holland's trilogy. He had like that's probably one of the most. You could make the argument it's one of the more well put trilogies put together. Because like I mean, if you look at Toby's. Okay, from
The
like
Star Wars 4, 5, 6.
no. I'm just talking about Marvel. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about Star Wars or anything like that. I'm talking about more specifically just Spider-Man. That
Okay.
means Toby, and then Andrew didn't even get a trilogy. He just got 2 movies.
Yeah, he got it.
But see, he got dealt the wrong hand.
Yeah.
Sony was in charge. You know, all right. But agree to disagree. He actually like. Me personally, funny thing is, I wasn't sold on them at first. I was mad that it wasn't Toby, so I didn't see the movies in theaters. But like later, when I saw them, like after they had come out, I watched them. Like, oh shit, these are good. And I was like, oh, Andrew, okay, he was a good Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was a pretty
Sony
good
made the
Spider-Man.
film, so he's like, oh well.
And those movies are shot really well. Like
they
the
are.
cinematography
Yeah,
is so
exactly.
fucking
Yeah,
good.
but just.
That's why I
just-
like those movies the best.
But when movies like that go off the writing and the script,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, no, this is horrible, and just you. So you're like, poor guy. So in a way, too, if you look at No Way Home, how he had his moments of redemption, you're like, all right, yeah, cool. So,
When he saved Mary Jane.
yeah.
Well, that's not even her name.
Michelle
Jones.
Michelle Jones.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
No. But like that was just that. Like honestly, last year because last year I actually didn't go out in the beginning. Well, if you look at 2021, what was it? It wasn't until around summers when it was officially like I guess you could say safe to go out like without a mask or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like you could make that case, which I mean it was kind of work too. I just graduated from college, so I was like, all right, cool. And then I, you slowly tried to venture out more. But at the time too, nothing, because a lot of movies that were coming out were going straight to the new streaming services coming out. So going to a theater was like, well, do you really want to go? But I saw Dune in theaters in IMAX. That was actually shot real well, actually real good.
Really?
But, yeah.
It looks like it would
But
be
like-
shot really well, but the story
Well,
that
see,
story
that's the
doesn't
thing.
loan
No,
itself
but see,
well
that's
to
the
film.
thing too, and I didn't read
The
any
book
of
is
the, I didn't
way
read
better.
any of the books or anything like that, so I kind of didn't have an understanding. But my friend seen it, and he said like, oh yeah, they skipped a lot of aspects like
Yeah.
about the book, which
No,
it's Hollywood.
Because
Hollywood though.
you can't
they're-
fit Dune into a movie.
No, yeah, but it's Hollywood. You know they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like they strictly make that movie for a shot cinematography
Yeah,
and all that
definitely.
shit. That's all they do. They don't care about the script.
They just want to make sure that it's the best looking movie.
But that's actually the thing about movies these days. So a lot of these writers and directors don't really care about the script. A lot of them now just care about the shots, which I get. But like I feel if you're gonna make a solid movie, you need to have a good script.
It's because I feel like a lot of like directors right now, they'd rather do photography, but they're making movies because
Yeah.
they're shooting. Because making a film isn't just like shooting a movie and like writing a script. It's bringing all of that shit together
Yeah.
into like a whole production. So like that's what you have to focus on. You can't sacrifice the film to make the film you can't sacrifice the script
Yeah.
to make it look better.
Right.
Like you really can't, because that works together, and that's what makes like a award-winning movie or something that speaks to like a lot of people and
Yeah.
shit. That's what.
Well,
really makes
but
it.
I feel like it's just what I mean is just in terms of the writing, I feel like there's not as much attention though into it as it used to.
Nah, I don't
Like,
think
and
so.
that's the thing, and I think
There is some good movies.
there
though,
is
that
no
I've been
for
thinking
sure.
about.
Like you do have directors that really like. I mean, look at the ones that've been around for a long time. Like obviously Tarantino, Scorsese, like Spielberg, all them. Of course, they make sure their writing is like top tier. Especially if you're doing something for Tarantino, that will make sure you say what you.
You
write.
gotta say the N word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
You have to.
But
You
with
gotta
him
that
though,
word.
it's not out of
It's not out of
It's for the
racism.
product he's making.
No, I'm pretty sure he's like low-key racist too, like deep down.
I don't know.
That's usually how things like that manifest. Like a
Yeah.
little racist joke here and there, like.
But you also gotta look
got
at the
deep
time
racist.
too he grew up in.
But you can't blame like.
That's just how society was like.
That's how it was like, but you can't keep using that as an excuse,
But
especially
when
since society changes.
No, yes, but when he uses them in his films, it's pretty.
It's for the time. It's pretty
Yeah,
period accurate.
No, exactly. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. So it's especially for the time they've come out. Even the more recent. Well, I mean, Django was made in 2013, but it took place in the Civil War.
yeah.
Yeah. So obviously during that time, yes, but like that's how it is. It fits when he writes it in his movies. It's fitting, and so you're just like, okay. So
No,
it's
yeah.
like I said, it's for the product he's making. So you can't it's not coming from an area of hate or anything like that or harm.
I don't know if it's not or not.
No,
but
yeah,
I'm just saying like
obviously.
it fits like story wise.
Yes.
Like
Exactly.
I could see it. I could see the writing, and I could like do that. I separate a lot of shit like art from the artist.
Oh yeah.
You have to do that, especially when because when you look up to people like I like Quentin Tarantino as a director. He's fucking solid. I really fuck with this, but I gotta separate him as a person from his work and
That's
shit.
literally do with Kanye. Like with,
Yeah.
Basically,
Oh, yeah.
let's just be real. When he started,
Kanye's never wrong. Not
But
the
when he-
fuck.
when he was on his bullshit though. Like it was one of those where you're like, okay, like yeah, it's one of those though. Yeah, you separate the art from the artist. Like okay, it's like I do not agree where you're coming from, but I do like your music and what you do as a producer. Like you,
Oh, he's just an artist in general.
yeah, exactly. Just he's got what?
Alright. I don't want my ex.
Trying not to
I do.
my ex.
No. Fucking Joey. Alright, Joey. Okay, because that shit just came up on my phone right now.
Oh, she's steady calling your phone.
Shit, I wish. Nah, but we're not talking about exes on this fucking podcast. We're not doing that.
You told her, you're like, hey, it's over, leave me alone. You told her all that shit?
So what do you think about like the fact that like the person you are now is
God.
like what makes your younger self feel safe? Like would you look back at yourself as like a 6-year-old? Do you think that the person you are right now,
At 6 years old?
or like 10 or something?
Okay.
Well, do you think like the person you are now would make the younger version of you feel safe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think just because I would.
You don't think he'll be like, no, you're gonna touch me, or?
No, my younger self probably just knowing like, okay. Well, actually, I don't know if at 10 what I would think. Maybe if I'm gonna up the ante, maybe just up it to like my teenage self. Like as I'm starting to get older, you know, body's changing. You're understanding real shit and all that other bullshit.
Alright.
I think I would probably just look at it as, okay, you know what? At least he's way more confident than I currently am. So like, and I guess if I
It's
were
like someone you could look up to.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, just knowing like, oh, we're gonna be all right. Okay.
Mhm.
Even
Yeah.
like I just during some of those rough times, you're just like, oh, no, we're fine. Things worked out in the end. Things may seem like they're getting better for a while, or if they ever are, but you know what? It all works out fine. So just kind of just keep doing what you're doing. Don't change anything.
I definitely think that. I definitely think of younger me, like, I say 14.
Honestly, wouldn't change anything about like what happened. Like as my teens went on, I wouldn't. Like there's moments where I'm like, okay, I wish that didn't happen, but it's like, nah. In the end, there's that small role has some small significance into now. So I'm just like, all right.
It could have a bigger significance than you could even like recognize too. and
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Like it probably subconsciously you're still thinking about like, oh, but if I do like this, it might happen like that, or if I do this, it could happen like this.
There's
so I
always a
should try
lingering fear, yeah. Like even just going through like, you know, when I was at school with Fresno State, even just having to give a presentation, there's always that fear of like some of the hiccups I had in high school, like am I gonna start shaking, stuttering, are my cheeks gonna like tremble and bulge? Like, you know, there was a lot of like fears going into it, but just you practice it a lot overnight, project your voice. Like I just did the basic stuff, went up there with a clear head, and I would knock out a lot of those presentations. Don't get me wrong, I had moments where I had hiccups, so you shake it off, you act like it didn't happen, be like, oh nope, we're good. Hey, small
See,
hiccup.
I get that.
Sometimes
but I have
maybe
a stutter.
sometimes maybe even take advantage of it, be like, oh god, I can't even help myself. Yeah, so if you're starting to be like, am I even gonna move on? All right,
Yeah,
and then, like try to just make fun of yourself basically in the moment. Just
No, I just keep it pushing and shit. If
No,
you can,
exactly, but, like, no,
if
if you-
me having a stutter is something that derails your train of thought for some reason, then you're not really.
No, exactly. You're not listening, but if
Yeah.
anyone would understand, though, especially college students, then okay,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
because some may watch you may have the same problem. Be like, okay, I actually feel better about myself because he like shook it off, and maybe that kind of helps them. Be like, okay, if I have a hiccup, you know what, shake it off. Like he did it, it would work for them. Probably gonna work for me. Like they feel a little bit more safer. You know,
I
like
get
'cause we
that.
don't judge. You know, and that's
we
anything.
don't judge on the
Yeah,
podcast.
no, but even too like my experience, like in my college experience too, like yeah, it was very it was very you know, like we're all adults there. We're not you're not there to make fun of anyone.
You're not there
You
to
don't got
bully
time for
someone in
that.
college.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
You got others. You have the same priority in mind that is past this class, but like I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm not gonna make fun of no one.
I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. You're wearing bunny girl ears.
Yeah, I don't
in
give a
class,
fuck.
bro.
You came to school in you came to class in your PJs. I wish I could fucking do that.
I do that.
I wish I didn't have to go to work right after this.
I do that shit all the time, bro.
No, a lot of times I'd usually would have to go to work right after, or
I'll be pulling into class with my cock out and shit.
no, I'd pull
Oh,
up.
I'd be freeballing it in my fucking PJs.
I would wear sweats, but like I never like went on a date like
Benjamin, our cameraman just
Wow.
tattooed his fucking hands,
All right.
and it says ThotKast.
No, it says Taj. That's a J. That's not a T.
Where? Taj?
ThotKast.
Taj?
I'm not a lefty.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm not a lefty.
That sounds a lot like a you problem, bud. Very sorry about
Why
that.
is there beef right now? Why is there beef right
There
now?
is
What
no-
were we saying?
There is no beef. I was born a vegan.
I was born a virgin.
Yeah, well, everybody was. Actually, not really.
Not if you're not that religion.
Not really. Actually, if life fucks you every day, you're technically not a virgin.
And I've been fucking whore since 4 years old.
Same, dude. Fucking same. Yeah. As soon as I came out the world, just like, ah, fucking slut.
Like life is a fucking pedophile, bro.
It really is,
You
honestly.
were fucking up that kid, bro. You know,
Like you
know what I'm
like
talking about?
you get like yeah, because you get knocked on your feet. And you're
I
like,
feel
oh
like
shit.
out of context, that whole beginning part would be fucking crazy.
Hell yeah, that would.
They're gonna see like, oh,
Yeah.
he said life is a pedophile because he was fucking that kid. Like, that's
Shit.
they
Yeah.
were like, nah, but that's facts though. Like, but they don't understand. I'll be like, everything I say is a metaphor, so please don't take it literal.
It's a euphemism for a hard on.
Yeah, bricked up like
Yeah.
that.
Rigged up.
I be bricked up all. Joey, be honest with me, bro. Would you use Blue Chews?
What?
You know what a Blue Chew is?
No. What's that?
BlueChew.com. Like, that shit would go crazy. Nah, but if we had a Blue Chew deal, trust me, I'd be going crazy.
What is
Blue Chew is like a Viagra or like a Cialis and shit. That's what it is. So it's like you pop a perk and you blast out fucking her, blowing her back out. You feel me? It's like that. Like you're bricked up and you're handling. Would you ever take one of those performance enhancing supplements? Is what I'm saying.
No.
No? Really? You never think like, oh, it's my girl's birthday and shit. I want to make sure like I go 30 rounds perks and shit. Like you're not gonna like have it for her?
If I'm gonna do a supplement or something like that, that just shows I don't have confidence in myself that I could do it.
It's not that you don't have confidence in
That's
yourself. It's
what-
like
that's
Joey,
what-
you're a
that's
man.
what-
You're not going 12
Yeah.
rounds.
It doesn't. Yeah, but like even that.
But if you're on the blue chew, listen to me, brother Joseph. Now, listen to me, brother. If you're off the blue chew, you're going 30. You're going 30. And like imagine this, you're gonna be like, oh, every year on my birthday, I'm gonna get blown out like on some crazy shit. like think about it. Like it could be a little treat. Like it's Blue Chew birthday. Like you know what I'm talking about?
Shit. Okay, I do.
Yeah, you feel it. Like it's a special occasion. You don't use it every time you pipe and shit.
No,
because
I
at
know.
that point you really like got something
I
fucked
mean,
up.
but like
you know?
just me personally, would I take it? I don't see any scenario where I feel like I would feel like I need to. I mean,
But it's just for fun.
okay, well, okay, yeah, never.
Like, you're
say,
not a professional fucker.
Yeah, no, but like it's just never say never, obviously.
Yeah, true.
You know, just right now, I don't think I could see myself doing that. But down the road.
How about a white rhinoceros pill from the gas station?
No, oh god, no. I don't know what the fuck's in those things. For all I know, those are actually those things you put in water and they turn into a little white rhinoceros out of like foam, out of the styrofoam. For all we fucking know, that's what it really is.
They look like they come in little like huge pills.
It's just being sold as a male enhancement when really it's just a fucking rhinoceros that
It's the
develops
placebo
in the water.
effect.
Yeah, it's a fucking gazebo. That's all it is. It's a gazebo effect. Like it's bullshit.
Yeah, we built that shit outside.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Exactly.
Gazebo, no.
Just got the wood, the hammer, and the nails, and just boom.
I don't think that's how you hammer shit.
You know, that's how I hammer shit. I go up and then.
You just line it up and then just bring it all together
yeah,
and
just
shit.
do it right there and boom.
What the fuck? What the
No,
fuck is even that?
I'm not very wood
Here on the ThotKast, we're not that professional. I'm sorry. I'm scared that shit's gonna fall.
Shh, that mic's not even plugged in.
Shh. We don't have mics. They got
Oh,
stolen.
you're right. Yeah.
Our mics got stolen. Second episode is gonna be way better than this.
Oh yeah.
I promise.
Yeah, we'll have a guest in the second episode. Like credit to it, like we're just fucking. This is all off the top of the head. There really isn't a structure.
We're
There
just
really
doing this shit
isn't.
for fun right now.
Yeah, like it's my day off. What else was I doing?
Exactly.
I was just sitting at home.
So like, might as well.
honestly.
So like,
Yeah,
might as well
just
make
get out
something.
there
Why
while
not?
we can. We're in our 20s, man.
Exactly. We gotta do
Yeah.
something.
We're only getting older. I mean, I'm already 24. Like I'm getting old.
God damn.
Yeah.
You okay? Now,
I
are you?
mean, I got the beard going for me, so I know I'm gonna be okay.
Nah, if you don't have a beard after, oh, I'm sorry, Benjamin.
Yeah, it's just well.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, just
Benjamin.
always having to shave too, cause like Riverdale's bullshit ass rule with facial hair.
He's
like,
20.
I know that, but like,
He's
you know,
20.
hey, early bloomers and late bloomers. I was an early bloomer.
I was a
like,
late
with
bloomer.
with puberty and shit. Like I started growing hair. I actually, when I was 15, entering my sophomore year, I actually over the summer grew out my first beard stubble, like fully connected and everything like this. And then I shaved it right before orientation. After that, it never grew back the same. One side would always grow thicker than the other.
Yeah.
But I'm shaving like every other day, especially as I got older. I was having to shave once a week. Now senior year though, like I would have a stubble and like I would just trim it with clippers and wouldn't go over it with the skin. I'd leave the 5 o'clock shadow, and I could get away for about a couple days. But like I would, and it was funny too. Like I never got told anything, but I would shave on that second night, and then the third day go back clean shaven. And like Simpson would pass by me, be like, "Oh, good, you shaved, Joey." Like good, and I was like, "Okay." So I knew like, all right, I got lucky.
Yeah.
So I went to stubble. He would have said, "Hey, Joey, I need you to go shave." So I never had to shave at school with that cheap razor. And then I worked in fast food as my first job, so I was always
Burger King Joey.
I was able though to get away with the stubble when I was up front, but when I became a cook, they got more strict with me on shaving, so I was having to shave like twice a week.
Nobody wants a ball hair.
Dude,
in their upper jaw.
I was blowing through like 2 razors. Like I was shaving twice a week, so I was going through razors like crazy. And
Why
razors
did
are
you full?
expensive.
Why did you full shave and not just like trim down the stubble?
I couldn't have anything.
Really?
Yeah, they were that anal on
On
facial hair.
Damn, Burger
Yeah.
King's a
again,
fucking
again the one,
corporation.
but well, see the one I worked at was privately owned. They weren't corporate.
Oh,
But
they're franchised.
yeah, basically, and their rules were so dumb, dude. I swear, but whatever. It's whatever, honestly. Good times and bad times when I
Fuck
worked
them
there.
for life.
Yeah.
Fuck Burger King. We
Yeah,
got
just,
beef with
honestly, just one of their bad times there. But once I left and got this job I have now, I was able to grow out my facial hair. So I haven't shaved since May of 2019. I've gone down to like the 5 o'clock shadow before, but I've never like went baby face. I haven't been baby face.
I haven't done that.
I haven't
in like
been
3,
baby
4
face.
years.
I haven't been baby face since May of 2019. So this May will be like 3 years since I last was baby face. Yeah.
Last time I was baby face, I had
But
6
I like
chins.
I like the beard though. Like,
No, the beard really does it all, bro.
Well, I also
for
like
some
this
reason.
new how I do it now. Like, cause I tell Steven, he basically blends it in with the fade, like trims
No,
it
I
better.
seen that.
And I like how
It's
it grows
fresh.
back both, so I feel like it stays like. I feel actually more clean too, because I like a beard, but when it gets
It's more uniform.
when it starts to get out of whack and like like all right, because my hair is too, especially right, my goatee will grow all out of place, so it gets kind of like messy at times. There's times though where I don't clean it up, I like it a little raggedy, and then I'm like, all right, now let's clean it up.
That's when you feel real slutty and shit.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Cause if I have a cut, but Steven
Yeah.
didn't do my beard and shit, I'm like, oh, I feel like a slut right now.
Right.
Like this shit's all raggedy. I feel like like.
Yeah.
And then, but I got a fade on me, and I got my fucking curls
Yeah,
looking
exactly.
right. I got my fucking eyebrows done, slid up and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'm going crazy. And shit.
I look in the mirror.
I look like a slut, and I'm going out to Target to run errands for no reason.
If I'm gonna toot my own horn, I look in the mirror and I'm just like, damn.
Like I would suck my balls and shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
like, some shit
honestly,
like that.
yeah.
Some shit like that.
I mean, if they weren't so hairy, but yeah.
Why don't you shave your balls? I told you, bro. I got put on to shaving my balls, bro. Best shit I ever fucking did in my life. No, you're laughing, but it's
No.
It's facts.
It's
fucking facts.
I believe it. I totally believe it.
bro. Like it changes the fucking game, bro.
Right.
I was gonna say some crazy, like you know when you like,
I know where you're
you know
coming
when
from.
wet
No.
sand hits the flip
Yeah,
flops
no,
when
I
the
know
wet as
exactly
fuck.
what you're
Like you know
talking
those
about.
sounds.
I know exactly.
That's the collision sounds,
But no,
Joey.
wait,
That's the collision.
What you're trying to pitch me, I understand. I get.
I know.
Exactly. I'm on board.
I want them to know. I want them to know.
Yeah.
They have to know. This information is like, it's gospel.
Oh hell yeah.
You don't want your shorty to be sucking your balls, bro, or like anything like that, and she come out like with the pube and shit. Cause my pubes are curly as fuck. Like, feel me? That's how they come out.
Genetics.
Genetics.
Yeah,
And they come out curly as fuck. So if she pull that shit, I'll be like, why do you have a spring in your mouth? And it's a fucking
Shit.
pube. Like, you feel me? I'm like, nah, let me tighten up. Like that's why I keep my shit shaved for the do you manscape, Joey? Cause manscaped.com, nah, I shave my arms too and shit.
I honestly.
It's because I have tattoos there though.
I probably should. I mean, I'm pretty hairy.
It matches you though. I feel like having hair on my arms just didn't match.
No, but
me.
like I don't like how thick it is though.
Nah, yours is thick as fuck.
Yeah.
Look at it.
It's security.
So you don't shave your balls or trim your pubes? Is that what you're saying?
Occasionally. It's been a while.
Joey, I do this shit regularly. What do you mean? Is it because like I don't want to say like I'm on a different level of slut, but is it because of that?
I'll answer that question off camera.
Oh, okay.
I'll answer that question off camera.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's your body count?
I'll answer that off camera as well.
Damn it, Johnny! Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
I want the people to be suspicious.
Oh, okay. Chances are they'll probably see it.
I already know they already got, whoever watches this, they're going to have these like pre-dilated views about how I probably am as a person.
Nah,
so I want
definitely.
them to get as creative as they possibly can.
See, me, I'm
Please,
like way
enlighten
too
me.
private.
Honestly, enlighten me if you could. No, I'm very private as well. That's why. So it's kind of just like, you know what, enlighten me.
You know what?
You
For
look at
me,
you look at this. You're just like, what do you think? How do you think I am?
That's
Basically,
Muhammad Gandhi.
You're right.
No, that's
Shit.
Muhammad Gandhi himself. But what was I gonna say?
Something about a coupon.
Coupon?
A coupon.
A
something,
coupon?
Something about a coupon.
I did not say coupon.
I could have sworn you did.
Coupons?
You're like, I had this one coupon.
No,
So this one website called. No.
So this one website called Dutch.com. Nah, what the fuck is this? Is crazy as shit? Hit us up backwards? No.
Ooh.
Nah, they changed.
Nah, but I just every time I hit a wood, I'm just like.
That shit hits you in the chest.
Yeah.
Ooh.
One time I was in Roto with some neighbors. Like me and my neighbor were smoking, and our other neighbors came outside. So I lived in Fresno, and they started a Roto. They asked us one to hop in, so we did. And like my one neighbor, he was all fucked up and all that shit. He was all crossed and shit. He was like, yeah, that shit, like going doing his thing. And they passed him it was his turn. It was a backwood, and he takes it. He goes, yeah. And I was like across from him.
That shit hit him with the hook.
Yeah, I
and
just
shit.
saw him go, and I just kind of like laughed, but like it was like hit it. I was like, oh shit. And that's when I knew, okay, that's a wood then. And then when it
wood
came to me, I was
smacked
like, yeah, this is a wood. So, yeah, dude, each hit hurts, and I'm just I'm like dead. But after the time, I'm just like, but don't get me wrong, they're fun, they're cool.
Rolling the wood is an iconic movement and shit.
Yeah, if you can roll a backwood, all praise to you.
Fat
'cause
cock,
I
fat
can't.
pussy energy.
I really can't. I got lucky one time.
I only roll
rolled one.
joints and shit. I only like joints. I don't like blunts. I really don't. Like today was my first time hitting a blunt in probably like 2 years.
Blunts are kind of like Well, to be honest, I usually only smoke blunts when I'm like going through it, like bad.
Joey,
or
okay?
when you're with the homies, roll out a
Okay,
blunt.
alright.
But for the most part, I like papers. I like cones.
Yeah, that's exactly. Cause I rock Blazy Susans, the pink ones. That's my shit. I like
Raw,
pink
I go
joints.
raw.
Oh, okay, you go raw.
Nothing
Everything
wrong
raw
with
is better.
cones. I like the organic cones.
I like
though,
raw
that's me
six.
better.
But yeah, but that's facts.
Yeah, facts on all that.
Facts on all that. There
Facts
you
on
go.
all
Beast
that.
in the.
Yeah.
What for Joey? Are you a private? Cause like, look, my life is very public. I'm a very active
No,
person on social media,
oh, yeah,
right?
No, I'm the opposite.
Yeah. See, like
the-
that. But let me explain before I get lost.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Let me explain before I get lost, cause I'm high as fuck. And I'm
Yeah,
lost.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a very public person, right?
Yes.
When it comes to like the shit I do. And
You
like,
legit
shit
tweet
like
your
this.
actual thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit.
There's nothing wrong with
Like
it.
I'm a very active person,
Right.
and but when it comes to like relationships and shit, I'm not.
Right.
Like I'm not a very public
That's
person.
that's honestly like.
Like I really fuck with my like if I'm dating someone, I really fuck with my shorty
Yeah.
and like shit like that.
No, that's something too
Do
where.
we have the same prescription?
Kinda, but like mine's definitely worse.
One of my eyes doesn't need any.
No,
help
yeah,
and
no,
shit.
my left eye is my weak eye. Oh god.
Yeah, I don't want you to die and shit.
No, yeah, but what's it called?
They're laced in acid.
No, but they're about the type far out. But they're about the
Mm.
we're about the same. My eyesight's just a little bit worse than yours.
Oh, okay.
But because my left eye's my weakest eye. But no, I think that's just something. Regardless if you are like a social bug or not on social media or just outside of it.
It's
all in
just
general.
that I don't want to
no,
do
I
it
just-
with a relationship
No,
because like I feel like that's
what I was
something
gonna
that
say.
should
That's
be
just
private.
that itself in general. Yeah, I don't think it's made to be like.
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong, if you want to show off,
Yeah.
you know your girl.
Yeah.
Go for
Like
it.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Like do that shit.
But like you don't air out your dirty laundry and
Oh,
shit,
nah,
or
can't
tell
do
like
that.
everything that's been going on, like how you guys are going. No, you don't need to do that. No, like that's something that should be like that is to yourself. It's no one else's business. It
That's
really
true.
isn't.
No, that's true.
Like there really isn't. Like yeah, like you tell your friends about them. Like they're gonna form their opinions on whether they like them or not. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like that's your own business. It's no one else's. So that honestly shouldn't be aired out on social media at all. Like that's just me again. If you want to show them off, cool. But if you're gonna bash them, why the fuck are you posting about them?
And why are you even dating them? if
Yeah,
you're
even
not
honestly, even if they
like if you can't properly communicate with your partner, like
Right.
just with them,
Yeah.
why are you gonna put that on the internet? And why are you even still dating them if
Yeah,
obviously
that-
the communication
it seems
isn't
if
there?
you do that, it feels like you're just kind of like thirsting for attention. Like
Yeah.
you want
Or like want someone else's like
yeah,
attention.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I feel like that's some crazy ass shit because men and women do that shit.
Oh yeah, no
they
one's
do that
perfect,
shit
no one
crazy.
is.
And I'm just like, if you're really doing that to like get back at your partner, like, do you really even love them? Why are you with
Yeah,
them? Like if you go like, oh, I hate this fucking blah blah blah, this shorty, whatever, blah blah blah. I wish I blah blah blah. Some crazy shit. I'm like, why are you posting this shit right now, bro?
yeah.
Like you know,
why,
you're
why'd
just
you get with them in the first place? Then?
yeah. Like if you're not gonna work out your problems with someone, why even date?
If you were blinded, but then again, sometimes too, like if you're also the one that's easily like, you can easily be like, if you look at, let's put it this way, if you're blinded by the looks, first impression.
If you're shallow, if you
Yeah.
date shallow partners, you get shallow.
Yeah, because
results.
once they get comfortable with you and you see the real them, they're like, oh, I fucked up. But
yeah,
half the time, let's be real, you're probably in too deep already. So you're just like,
I don't believe in that though. I
No,
don't
no,
believe
no.
in being in too
That
deep, unless
depends-
it's like a
depends on
abusive
how you-
relationship
okay,
because
yes.
like it's dangerous
Well,
at
depends
that
on
point.
depends on how you look at it
Yeah.
too. Yeah, in your circumstance.
Yeah.
But like maybe I guess in too deep in the sense of just in general, but it does depend on the outside variables too that's going on, the hand that they're dealt. So if they're dealt a shit hand of cards, then it's like okay, well I can't do nothing about that. But it's just like, oh, are you really surprised? Okay,
Yeah.
that's a question that they gotta ask themselves.
Nah, but yeah, I get that. It's just that I just for me, like I told you, I'm very picky with everything and
Yes.
shit. I'm extremely picky because like everything I do, I want to make sure that I could actually put like my whole effort into it. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna date someone just because I want to date someone.
Oh yeah.
Like I want them to be like the person that I can see myself like, oh, I can see myself like being with this woman at the
That's what I
end
was
of the
gonna
day.
say. Like you legitimately, if you're looking at the like settling down, that's
Yeah.
what you want to look. I would think you look for that.
Yeah, I tell people that shit and they go like, you're young, just be a whore and shit. I'll be like, that's cool, that's fun, but you get bored of that shit. Like,
No,
what's,
that's
what's the
actually, but
enjoyment?
at the same time though, I think there's kind of a learning aspect in that too, because then you actually do really like see what it is you actually like and what you're like, okay, and I think you kind of learn more about yourself.
I guess
Maybe
so.
in a way you can have like a bit of an awakening too.
No, you could.
Everybody's different though. I can't speak for anyone at all. Everyone's got their own stories. No one's perfect. Let's admit it. Let's be honest.
I'm perfect.
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
perfect. I'm a slip.
But anyway, other than that, fuck you. Other than that,
This guy. No, this
it's
guy.
fucking hey man, I'm a nice guy.
I'm a virgin.
I'm
I don't know
a nice
what you're
guy.
talking about.
Yeah, life fucks me every day. But other than that, I mean, I honestly don't even remember where I was going with this.
I don't
already got
remember.
distracted.
I
You sent
don't-
it to the graveyard. Fucking dick. Fucking cunt.
You sent it to. You sent that shit to the shadow realm. I don't know.
Honestly,
It's gone.
yeah.
It's gone.
Fuck
Fuck you,
that.
gang. Nah. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
I guess that wraps it up for this episode, guys. Shit. I mean,
We got more than enough for a fucking.
yeah. Honestly,
fucking
I
episode.
again, if you made it this far, shit. Okay, thanks. Credit to you. This was all just.
Oh, hey.
Press play. Let's see where this goes.
For like a first episode, I feel like we did pretty fucking well though.
Yeah, honestly, who knows what the fuck these people are gonna think?
Exactly,
Yeah,
right? But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what they think. It's about if we're happy with the product
yeah.
we put out.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thank you for watching the fucking ThotKast, Brad. You got anything last remarks?
Yeah. Hey, so
Fuck Jack
Yes.
Harlow.
no, but like, does rock really beat paper?